All right, so you just saw me pretty much gathering my materials together for this chicken coop project. We were given a chicken coop, but it is not going to be the size that we were desiring, so we're gonna pretty much just try to recycle as much of it off of it as we can, reuse it. I'm gonna pull it over here in just a minute so I can start pulling some parts off of it, and we're gonna start assembling this new chicken coop to the design and size that we're hoping to be able to use. So, getting ready to get underway with that. It's gonna probably involve a whole lot of taking some of these pallets apart, which is not usually a fun project. I'm hoping to be able to salvage as much of the wood as I can, but if it comes to needing to move quickly, that's kind of what we need because we're getting the chickens tonight. So I have to have something for them to go in tonight. So yeah, this could be fun. So I've got the bones built for the coop. The run is going to go out this way. It's going to have sort of an A-frame shape. This pretty much just needs some skin on it. I am going to put a larger door on the other side. I'm going to build some nesting boxes out on this side. But as far as the bones go, we're just about done. But I am running out of time because we are getting chickens tonight and we need to leave in about an hour. So I'm going to probably put a pause on working on the coop, at least see if I can get something of a run put together, and yeah, hopefully have something at least ready to put chickens in before we leave. All right, I did not make my deadline. I did not get the chicken coop done in time, but we are being lent these cages for a little bit to keep our chickens in. Here they are, our 6 new chickens. We are super excited. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna finish up that coop and we're gonna get these guys in their new home today. This is our current, at this point, chicken coop. The run will be right where I'm standing, and this is the side that will face it. We've got a little door here to be able to lift up, theoretically, from the outside. And just kind of lift it up when the chickens need to come out and go in. Right now, it is not entirely finished. There is a different roof that will be going on. And I still need to build the nesting boxes on this side. They'll actually stick out a little bit off this side, which I think will look great once it's done. It just doesn't right now. And then this is our door. It's got it hinged on the other side, so you can open and clean it out or access the chickens in a big way if we need to. The lid to the nesting box will have a hinge on it also, so that we can just lift that up whenever we want to get eggs. So we actually do have our chickens in there right now. I don't know if I can get over here so you can see them. You can kind of see them through there. It's not focusing on them very well. Let's see. There we go. So there's our chickens. We got 6 of them. That's Rex, our rooster that you can see right there. Yep, and not all the rest of them have names yet, but Rex was sounding remarkably like a dinosaur earlier, so I went ahead and named him Rex. So, yep, we are looking forward to this, looking forward to this next part of our journey, this next experiment and addition to the farm. So I didn't take a video of taking apart all the pallets that it took to get these parts, but this is the basic A-frame of the run that I'm planning to do. So we've got 10 foot long of a run in the A-frame shape. There's a little bit of extra blocking that went on here to make sure that the door can still open and close to allow the chickens to come in and out. But this is where I'm at. I'm gonna go ahead and gotta fasten a couple more things in place and then start putting some wire on it. All right, here we go. First time having the chickens in the run. We'll see what kind of things they find. So the rooster we've decided to call Rex. The others we don't really have names for yet. I think one of the gray ones the girls have named Chicoletta, but we'll have to think about it. We'll keep you updated on what names we pick for the rest of them. All right, we are getting close. Gotta plug up this hole with the nesting boxes. We're gonna work on that right now. I got the frame built for them last night before I had to call it quits for the night. So here's our frame. It's gonna sit kind of just in there in the side. I got the bottom on it this morning. I'll probably go ahead and set it in place, and then I'll put the skin on the rest of it. The top of this is gonna have a hinged lid that'll open so that we can just reach in and grab the eggs. Hopefully, as long as the chickens actually lay eggs in the nesting box the way they're supposed to. Fingers crossed. All right, so I finished up the coop last night. I didn't take the time to video it in completion then. I'm gonna go ahead and just do a quick tour of it right now. We've got the chickens in it right now. We'll show you how everything's kind of set up and show you the finished product. All right, so this is where it's gonna be moved, obviously. It's been sitting here while I've been working on it, and they've kind of just been going at the ground and everything over here while it's here. The roof is probably the most incomplete part at this time. Our plan is to get some better metal, covered over with some better metal, and maybe even, most likely replace the wood there as well. But for now, this is gonna work. This is what we got. So, here is our nesting box here on the side. It has a latch on this edge over here, so I can open it up, pick this up. I haven't put anything in the nesting boxes yet, but there you have our nesting boxes down inside there. So hopefully pretty soon we'll be able to start using this and getting some eggs. These chickens are not quite ready to lay just yet, but they should be ready pretty soon. I'm over here because I gotta get this dolly out from under the door. It's part of our moving process, so it's gonna enable us to be able to move this big old thing. We've got another latch right here. This door swings open. So in here, I went ahead and left the floor open in this space as well, partly to just keep from having to clean it out every single time or as often. The edges and some will still have to get cleaned out every once in a while. We've got 2 perching areas for them. I glanced in here last night and they actually all were on this upper perch, whatever you want to call it. And none of them were utilizing this bottom one, but hey, if they all fit and they're all comfy, then why not? Food over there, I will probably figure out some way to suspend that or have a hook on it, so it's not just sitting on the ground and they dump it and knock it over and all that kind of stuff. But I don't have that yet. But yeah, this is pretty much it. The door on the other end over there, I'll show you how that works here in just a second. All right, so here we go. Here is our door down here on this end, and it lifts up just by pulling up on this rod that I've got there. I can open it up. They want back in for some reason right now. Probably because they're about out of food out here. So I can lift that up, they can go in, they can come out. I'll probably just leave it open for a little bit. I'm actually probably getting ready to move this somewhere else. The plan is not for it to stay here. I'll turn this camera around, we'll talk about that for a second. So the plan is for the coop to actually go into the areas where we're getting ready to put new fields in this next year. We're gonna add at least 1 garden this next year for sure. And if the quality of the ground there is anything like the quality of the ground in the 2 gardens that we've already got going, then it definitely needs some help. And so the plan is to actually go ahead and move this tractor over into that area where the new garden's gonna go, and go ahead and let these guys start picking and churning up the ground a little bit and laying some droppings, putting in some of the fertilizer that they're so good at being able to do. So I'm probably going to be moving that here in just a little bit. I've got a little bit of harvesting to do first. We've got tomatoes coming on like crazy, and Whitney's planning on doing some canning today, so I'm going to harvest some tomatoes for her, probably work on chopping those up a little bit, and then I'll work on getting this tractor moved over to where it's going to need to go.